Welcome to Vegas and the Weber Cup. The USA are in a commanding position. Let's take a look back to see how they got there.
Different day, same story. Team USA rolling over Team Europe. Bowling gets a lot easier when you always have a friend helping out with the 10-pin. That's why Stuart Williams is a champion. I mean, this is what champions do. It's going to be a southpaw samba. Team Europe mounting a little bit of a comeback. What happened there? It feels like a maelstrom down there.
Captain America, Chris Barnes, delivering for Team USA.
Is Team Europe running out a lane? He has found his zone, has Kyle Troup. He's hot like a firecracker. Oh, he might have found his zone. And a little bit of a fist pump there too, feeling good. Oh, how'd he do it? Captain Dom Barrett grabbing one back.
Here are the 7 results from day 3. USA won the session 4-3 and increased their lead to 5, with Captain America Chris Barnes leading from the front. One match has already been played on day 4, and it was the European pairing of Oscar Palermo and Stuart Williams who took a well-needed victory over their American counterparts. Confirmation of that victory for Team Europe and of our next match between Kyle Troup and Stuart Williams. Let's meet the players. In the box for you for this match, Tim Mack and Guy Kaminsky, but first, Jesse May.
Get ready for a rabble-rouser. This match could raise the roof. And Guy, what will it hinge on?
For me, it's going to come down to carry. I think they're both going to hit the pocket as often. It's who gets that 10-pin out. I think for me, is that ring 10 is what concerns me for a player who uses his thumb. He looked so good in the first match to me. Can he keep that entry angle absolutely perfect?
I mean, I think this is a toss-up. Stuart's been their best bowler on the European side, and the lane suits him really good right now. And he gets the 10-pin. There it is. The one thing about Stuart, guys, that nobody in the field is using, most of the 7 of the 8 players, Stuart is the only one using 16 pounds. Most of the players are using 15 pounds, gentlemen. So what you'll see is Stuart is going to have a little bit better pin carry. Watch the business of the ball going through the pins, and the 6-pin comes from behind to hit the 10-pin.
But we've also seen the 10-pin stand on those kind of shots, and that's what it's going to come down to, because the two-handed, the rev rate, they seem to get the corners out so much better than the guys with the thumb.
Ooh, just a twiddler.
Re-rack that, Kyle.
Just a little chip 4 there. Doesn't get the business on the 4-pin. And he'll leave 9. He'll be happy with that shot. It might be a move. Now, while we were waiting in between matches, guys, you'll see the ball just dive a little bit high on the pocket. The players threw some more practice shots, so there was some more transition on the lane. Okay, so Kyle looked really good at the end of the doubles. He may have to make another move, Jesse.
And why is Kyle forced to adjust more than Stu? Or is it just that Stu's adjusting and we're not seeing it?
Well, there's 2 reasons. One, Kyle is using a ball that actually picks up on the lane surface. That's not as, it's more aggressive, so it wants to see the lane earlier. When I see the lane earlier, it wants to hook earlier. Stuart's ball is a cleaner ball. It's going to get down the lane a lot easier because of the surface of the bowling ball and the texture of the bowling ball. As you see, it gets down the lane, it goes behind it. That might come forward. Oh, that almost came forward.
He just looked more comfortable, but this, from what I've heard earlier, this is a difficult little spare.
Yeah, the double wood is always tough on any paddle.
Yeah, and then, as Timmy said, that ball, because it's cleaner through the front, if you miss right, it tends to shoot the break point, then you come in behind the headpin.
And that's exactly what happened, Guy. That's great point.
You don't want to be leaving open frames at this level.
Stu's going to be disappointed, Jesse, with that frame because he knows he had a chance to get a little early lead and put a little pressure out on Kyle early in the match.
It's amazing how in this scoring system, you talk about the pinfall being so important. Just that, you know, only getting down 8 instead of 9 gives now Kyle a chance to actually take the lead here with the strike.
That's right. Kyle probably make a little bit move left into the oil. Now we're in that longer 40-foot oil pattern. He's going to look for a little bit more oil to the left so they can get a little bit more hold should he miss left. And there's the move. That was clearly further left and makes the shot and does the damage.
And look, it's like golf, isn't it? The hole just looks so big for Kyle right now. The adjustments he's making just seem to work right now this week. He's just got it.
Yeah, there's nothing to separate these two players. Both are perfectly matched up. It's just who can feel the transition, stay ahead of the moves, because this is going to come down to who strikes the most.
I agree with you. I actually think this is a big shot for Stu.
He's saying to himself, stay down there. What does he mean?
He wants to use his legs and use his lower half and keep his lower half engaged to stay down through the shot, not pull up on it. And he stayed down really good on that one. There's the messenger.
And that's the heavy ball you talked about. Got that pin action just like he wanted.
Now.
That was really good answer there from
sympathy
Stu.
messenger. Come on, let's go.
Don't shoot the messenger. It's your friend.
There's the head pin that we've seen so many times. This Weber Cup come off the wall and hit the sidewall, the power. And
those are the hits we haven't seen Europe get this whole week.
Is this a tall tale sign? Or we see something early here on the last day?
I mean, this is a different European team from what I'm saying, from what we've been seeing all week. They just look, not just the way they're bowling, they're just, their heads are up.
There's the messenger right behind it.
They're going toe to toe, yeah. No one giving an inch.
Mano a mano, baby. Messenger to messenger.
Kyle saying, you're not the only one with a little friend. I got one too.
You'll see. Here's the difference in the power, Jesse. You'll see the difference in Kyle's messenger. Watch how it flies up in the air. It's in the air. See how it's in the air, bouncing and moving? And that's what a guy alluded to. The two-handed style creates so much power, and you just get so many more half hits.
Can he keep it going?
Great answer, Stuart Williams.
No danger.
I mean, to me, we're not used to seeing Stu so subdued, but I think it's because he means business.
I think he knows. He knows that he has to have everything clicking on all cylinders. He knows he's got a great shot to the pocket. He knows he's been the best European player. He knows that there's a lot of pressure on his shoulders, and should he win this match, we haven't been within 3 points in a long time.
You're dead right. Kyle Troup, he has been the answer for the USA so far this week. Big match. Where'd the head pin go there? Didn't ring around.
Yeah, just unfortunately, this is what it's going to come down to. When you make the scoring pace this high, you know the player's going to hit the pocket, right? It just, who's going to get all 10 down?
So that's a great shot. It just gets a little bit behind the head pin. You'll see the 6-pin go around the 10-pin. Usually it comes off the wall and hits the 10-pin. It just didn't this time.
And that's why Stu really wants to use your legs, because when you keep your legs under you and you stay solid at the line, the ball just picks up at the right spot. If you just stand up on it fractionally, it pushes maybe a foot, half a foot, and it's behind the head pin and it's ring 10.
Yeah, but it has more energy. It sees the lane the right way. When you use your entire body into a shot, which is what all the great bowlers do, you'll see, when they throw good shots, that their balance is usually low and lean and long, and all their momentum is usually going towards the pins, not up away from the foul line. It's towards the pins. This is a big shot.
Yeah, he can really open up some daylight.
Okay.
You lost, dude.
And, you know, Stu has been the player in this Weber Cup who, if he doesn't like the setup or is distracted, he starts over. It's worked for him.
Well,
and,
he's not happy right now.
Yeah.
You can see he's really irritated.
Yeah.
He's got to gather his thoughts here and really focus on the task at hand. He knows that's going to happen in this environment. It's just the nature of where we are.
Yeah, I mean, we've all, you know, you've seen these Ryder Cup is a perfect example. This
100%.
happens. It's, you know, you got to roll with it, don't you? Boy, is he focused.
Yeah, but he's someone you can't rattle. He's mentally tough enough for this.
That's right. That's going to hook. And it did. I'll tell you what, he really likes what he's got out there, guys.
You were talking about him, Stu, keeping his emotions in check. I think he just wants to make sure he's saving something for later. You can't go to 10 now. How can you go higher? I mean, he is, we're going to see in a few hours if this keeps going, he's going to be off the charts.
Jesse, let me tell you, nobody gets into Stu Williams' head. If anything, he has the ability to get into your head.
He's great at the mind games. He's really good at it. Kyle with a good answer. Stays within 10 pins.
It looked like he went for more angle there. To me, maybe a bit more left, bit of rotation.
High five, guys.
In the box for you for this match, Tim Mack and Guy Kaminsky. But first, Jesse May.
Stu has been nigh perfect on this pattern so far.
That was left. It was left off his hand.
Grabby, grabby, grabby.
Grabby, he said bad execution, or did he need to make it just bad execution?
When he say grabby, 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 that means he grabbed it too much at the bottom. He tried to make it hook too much. And you see how hard it transitions off the spot, and that's just him getting a little too much rotation on the bowling ball.
How tough is this one?
Very.
So close, but no cigar. And I'll tell you what, only knocking down 5 pins, or is it 6? That on shot number 1, 5 pins can really hurt him.
Yeah, but the unique thing in the scoring environment, even if Kyle strikes here, he's only up 11 pins.
Which essentially is one hit, really, because
which is
you
one
lose the
strike.
count with a 9.
So it's not really that much. I mean, obviously, it certainly hurts him because if he strikes there, he would have still put the pressure on and would have been in the lead. But because of the scoring, the system, it allows for some of these mistakes like this that they could still stay close in this match.
Right, and a 9 mark will be all tied.
That's correct. Just say, give me one of your best.
Come on, ball.
Wow.
Dirty ball.
He is starting to struggle with that 10 pin. Is that because of his action, or is it just variance?
No, not at all. It's just the entry angle into the pocket. When you've got a long lane pattern such as this, you get a little in, comes in behind the head pin. Because it's 44 foot, you haven't got that much time for your ball to shape up into the pocket. But we have a tie ball game with 4 frames to go.
Considering what's happened so far, guys, through this match, I mean, Stuart's got to be really happy with the fact that he's tied and he's just coming off a poorly executed shot, and Kyle's actually made really 5 fantastic shots in a row and just left 2 really, really, really bad breaks.
Yeah, that's a great point, Tim. Right now, Stu is feeling like he is getting in the better situation. This is where he'd want to be, considering
We've seen both players really slowing the game down. This is not by accident.
This is the gamemanship right here, okay? Jesse, this is not by accident. He's taking his time, sipping the water. Kyle likes to keep going, keep moving, keep going. Stu's slowing things down and trying to get him to think about it a little bit more.
Definitely not going to get the better of this man in a dark alley.
Oh, the messenger doesn't do the job.
Wow. And we said at the start of this game, this is what it's going to come down to. Just the micro fractions.
It's a knife edge, right? We've seen a couple of these. It's wobble. Could have gone either way.
Yeah,
Cover the spare.
But Timmy, where where Stewie's so good. I mean, we've played, you know, when you haven't struck.
John, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
You're desperate to get up there and get a strike on the board, get the momentum, get your rhythm going.
That's right. And I think Stu, with a spare here, he'll feel pretty comfortable about his chances coming into these last 3 frames. Good spare. Now can Kyle answer? Kyle's been very unfortunate. 2 of his last 3 shots.
He's like 4. Like,
does he make the change? And what change will he make here, Guy? Do you think he makes a speed change? Do you think he makes an angle change? Is it a ball change?
I just think you have to be fractionally slow with the ball speed.
Correct.
A couple left. Just be soft with it at the bottom. Don't try overpower it, because he wants to get the 10 out. And sometimes it's counterproductive. The more you overthrow it, actually more it ring 10s.
That's right.
Focus, speed, smash on.
That looked like it was softer, and then the ball hooked a little bit earlier, saw the lane a little sooner, and you can see it go through the pins better.
You know, we've been seeing this when you come up against Troup all week, guys, which is that you basically have to be perfect if you want to beat him. I mean, he is not going to beat himself.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's been spot on every match, every pattern, every round, and we haven't seen many mistakes from him. Stu's got to strike here to keep him honest.
Yeah, he's got to just keep doing what he's been doing. Repetition now, that's all it's got to be. More of the same.
That's a good one. High flush, the 9-pin goes late.
that was 10.
Rising to the occasion is Stu Williams.
Gotta find a way.
I mean, Stewie's been in 1 roll-off already.
Yeah, did you hear what he just said? I just heard him on the mic. I'm going to find a way. So he's telling himself, he's pumping himself up.
So I don't care what I have to do. I might have to go kick Kyle's legs out from him. I'm going to find a way.
That's what it might take, Jesse. You might have to tackle him on the lane to stop Kyle. This freight train's been rolling all week.
And no one's been able to find a way against Kyle Troup.
Nobody. That was left, but perfectly placed in the pocket. It looks like he's moved left and trying to take away, as you said, Guy, that angle down lane. It's left in the lane. It doesn't go as far right. Dead high flush in the pocket.
And, you know, this match not only critical for the score, but for the crowd. If Stu can quiet the crowd down, take USA out, it's big. But you heard, they want to cheer on Troup. They want to raise the roof on this Mandalay Bay Dome.
Stu strikes here. He has a chance to force Kyle to strike with ball in hand in the 10th frame. The messenger! There it is! And that's the first sign of emotion we see from Stuart Williams.
Messenger's come to play today.
And you said, you know, we saw, was an identical situation that Oscar Palermo was in on day 1. Ball in hand, needing to strike.
And that's the thing. We've seen Stu be very quiet. He will do everything. He's got all the tools. He's trying to slow the pace down. And now he is talking out loud, being very vocal. That's purely for Kyle's benefit. Look at him.
He's done everything but stand in front of him.
Yeah, there's a little gamesmanship going on here, guys. I mean,
This is not a little gamesmanship to me. This is everything he's got.
Kyle must strike here so he can have ball in hand in the 10th frame. He's been unbelievable in this position all week. He knows it. That forces Stewie to strike in the 10th frame.
Simply unshakable Kyle Troup.
Here's the scenario, Jesse. As we see a great delivery from Kyle Troup. Ball does exactly what it's supposed to do when it gets in that position in that shot. I mean, that's just a perfectly executed shot from Kyle. Here's the scenario. Stuart Williams strikes. He forces Kyle to strike to win.
Make him show up. Come on.
That's exactly what he says. Don't hand it over to him. Make him show up. And you got to strike to do that.
Oh, that's just a bad break.
It looked good.
That's
right?
a really good shot. That's just a bad break on the European
I
side.
mean, come on.
Look, maybe a fraction quick, Tim.
I mean, he's
Fractionally fast.
Very, pinch. I mean, we're grasping at straws here. But the 5-pin just lays there and doesn't do the damage. It doesn't come across. Usually that 5-pin runs into the 7. Make the spare. Shoot your 245 and force Kyle to get 9 in the 10th frame.
Nobody left the 7-pin like all week. It's like, Jesus. I didn't even know what to stand to shoot it.
A little concerned.
It was pretty decent online.
Yeah, Stu saying he's surprised he left the 7-pin because if they're going to miss, they're expecting it to be the 10-pin.
Right. I can tell you right now, guys, if Kyle strikes here, the roof is going to come off this building. Nine's a winner on the first shot. Maybe that's how we're going to go. 3 points left.
Take out the cone. He's giving the crowd what they want, and he gave Team USA exactly what they needed, opening that cushion back up to 5. It's 15-10. Stu Williams got so close, but Team USA so tough right now, and the mountain just got bigger.
Welcome back to Weber Cup 20 from Las Vegas, where Kyle Troup has just claimed another point for Team America, extending the USA's lead to 5 points. Kyle is now talking to Hannah Wilkes.
Well, Kyle, a big performance there. That win definitely meant a lot, didn't it? Huge in terms of momentum for this session.
Most definitely. We expected Europe to come out swinging, and they've thrown some really good shots so far through 2 games. But we had to end the momentum. We can't let them get out early, winning a couple games. And we had a great match. Caught a lucky break with Stu. And so the pressure was a little relieved in the 10th, so it was a little easier to strike.
You call it lucky there. It was one of those games to start with. You couldn't really tell which way it was going to go, but just made the most of your chances there.
Just have to stay in the moment, take it one shot at a time. This is crunch time. This is a day you can win the cup, and so we're taking every match, one frame at a time.
I love that. Always so cool, calm, collected. You are within 3, though. Last year, you were the talisman when it came to sealing up the Weber Cup. How do you feel about doing that again?
I mean, I would like to, but in the end, all 4 of us can close it out, and we're wanting USA to win the cup.
Coming up in our next match, Simonsen and Butturff take on the European duo of Barrett and Svensson. Europe in desperate need of a point. Commentary for this match comes from Tim Mack, Guy Kaminsky and Jesse May.
4 cubes of ice thrown down a leaky cup. I mean, Guy, what does it mean when you have 4 players essentially coming in cold here, first time bowling on a broken down lane?
Yeah, so on this lane pattern with so much volume of oil and relatively easy and so high scoring, when they play the lanes right, they actually start to make the lanes even easier. Now, the left-handed players don't have that advantage, so the left-hand side still fresh for them.
Yeah, the lefties are used to dealing with fresh lanes. However, on this longer pattern, which favored Jacob Butturff, he bowled really well in the longer pattern. I got to be honest with you guys, I watched him practice, and it looked like Jesper had the upper hand on Jacob in the practice sessions, but that was quite some time ago. So, as you alluded to, Jesse, these guys are coming in cold, and they only get the... You may go 4 or 5 shots without throwing a shot. So he who deals with getting warmed up quicker will have the most success.
Team USA at the point right now where they're just saying 3. 3's the magic number. We need 3. I think when you look at the order of play, and this is not the one that they've. For some reason, I feel like they're not counting on this point right here. This looks like one that may get away for Europe.
Yeah, but you can't think about the 3. You can only, you know, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. You've got to take it 1 point at a time. And the thing with this format, guys, that I'm worried about for Jacob, because we both watched him practice, it didn't look great, is that it really exposes you. If you're not playing great, you can really get shown up in the alternate frame.
100%, Guy. It's a great point. As we see, the opening shot from Simonsen was very fortunate to get 9.
Yeah. What did he find out about the lane just now?
Well, it looks Simonsen looks a lot further left than the other righties on the pair that be previous to him, and that ball gets a lot further right down lane, and he leaves an easy 2-pin for Jacob. That won't be any problem for obviously Jacob to cover, but.
And we've seen this, Timmy, in the start of a couple of games. It's just hard to be absolutely warm 100% when you have such a short period of time to get ready.
It's so different than regular bowling, because in regular bowling you get 15 minutes before you warm up before a game, and your body's warm, the muscles are warm. Here you get a couple shots, and it's very difficult to get clicking on all cylinders early. Big shot from Dom early. Early lead for the Europeans.
Both teams went with the righty first. Matching righty against left, righty against righty, lefty against lefty.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Europe, they're not in a position to waste any shots. They need to strike.
Yeah, they have to strike. They have to keep the pressure on and keep the momentum. Try to build some momentum just to keep the heat on. But guys, every time you get a little closer to that 18, that number gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So it's still, that's the finish line you got to get to. You got a handful of that one.
How is this young man only 22? I have no idea. He seems like he's got so much bowling wisdom and knowledge. I mean,
he's the oldest 22-year-old bowler I've ever seen. I can tell you that.
I mean, I think Dom and Anthony are both lined up and be pretty similar in this game. I think the differential here is going to be between Butturff and Jesper Svensson.
I agree with you. I think that whichever lefty can find a way to throw a couple of strikes, I think is going to help his team take this point. See if Jesper can get it done.
We haven't seen the best of Jesper Svensson, but it's not too late for him to show his true colors.
No, because the best of Jesper Svensson is almost unbeatable. The only guy that's had his answer in the last 4 years, Jesse, has been Anthony Simonsen, which has kind of quieted the crowd and quieted the Iceman, which is what we call him. But great look at Jesper, and he's that high rev rate, and the pins just dance all over the place, and they have no chance of standing. Now, can Butturff answer the call that Jesper just put up? Almost the exact same shot. A light shaker strike. And I did talk to Jacob earlier in the match. He's going with a bowling ball that he hasn't used the entire tournament. Wow. So it might be something that we need to watch to see how it transpires throughout the game and throughout the day.
What is different about this ball? You said it's lighter?
No, it's a different ball. What it is it gets a lot longer down the lane. It has a little bit more shape off the spot for him. So it's a little bit different shape.
It was a tough day yesterday for the European captain, Dom, but today is fresh. So is he. I mean, is there a man who just knows how to start over like Dom Barrett? It's like yesterday didn't happen. He's on fire right now.
I mean, he's a modern day Chris Barnes. I mean, the finesse, the touch. I mean, he uses his hand positions, ball speed, just to always get that entry angle perfect.
Yeah, 100% agreed with you. He's got so many tricks and so many tools in his toolbox. I mean, he can go to any of them at any time. But you know, based on these first 3 matches, the Europeans, you can't ask for a better start in these first 3 matches, how they started out. Whatever Dominic fed them last night, or whatever pep talk he gave them, it certainly has shown to some better execution in shot making from the European team. Let's go. There it goes.
This man can do no wrong.
Anthony Simonsen. When it's your tournament and your day, it's your tournament and your day.
I'll tell you that they hit the snooze button on that one, but the second alarm rang and the messenger came over.
Solid 9, pin comes off the wall. Watch it tap it. Hits
Hello.
it.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Hits it again. Get down. Why are you standing? Jesper has to answer the call. Great first opening shot. Can he find another? Oh, yeah. The Iceman.
He pulverized him. He pulverized him. And, there was nothing even wobbling there. And that's 2 in a row where Jesper just seems to have the cylinders firing.
Absolutely. Timmy, we see Simonsen, he's really going with a lot of angle down lane.
I'm surprised how much he's trying to hook the bowling ball. Dominic is obviously not hooking it as much, but who are we to question the young stud Simonsen? I mean, he's been every decision he's made has been rock solid.
And this is a differential for me. This is a guy that...
Great shot.
He's had his moments, but right now the 7-pin is hanging.
And that's what it's going to come down to for me. It's going to come down to how the left-handers, Svensson takes on Butturff.
There's the ring 7 where the 6-pin goes flying around the 7-pin. Shouldn't be any well, he slips at the foul line, but makes a spare.
Got it on the wrong side, but USA has blinked. Europe with the steady stare, been perfect so far in this match. Doubles, that's their move.
This has been just some high quality bowling from both teams, but man, the Europeans have come out in the first 3 matches and the first half of each game and have just been really, really, really good. I mean, really good. This is the European team we expected to see. Great shot down Barrett. Now that went a little high. It was high flush down, guy. I think that's going to warrant a little tactical move because...
Yeah, so the options now are he's either going to go up the back a little bit or he's going to move slightly more left.
Welcome back to the Weber Cup from the Mandalay Bay, Las Vegas. Jesse May picks up the action.
He's looked a little fragile so far, Butturff. He really needs to put one away here.
That's another good shot. Jacob with the light strike, and then the ring 7, and then the strike here. Solid. This ball that he switched to certainly looks like it's going through the pins a lot better than his previous choices that he made.
You like the new ball?
Yeah, I like this choice. I like this choice that he's made. It's a ball that he's actually had a lot of success with out on the PBA Tour. And listen, he's the #2 highest ranked bowler out here for a reason. Jesper to stay perfect for Team Europe through 6 frames.
Dead center in the pocket. Is that what they call it?
Oh, that's perfect. Timmy, you mentioned earlier that he's had a broken finger. He's been out for a while. And when you're coming back, you can practice as much as you like. You can never recreate these moments. Do you think the 2-3 days of matches have made him sharper and he's starting to get back to his best?
I think with each day that goes by and each rep that Jesper gets, he's going to get stronger and stronger and more confident and confident. And right now, confidence is riding high for Team Europe.
Yeah, they're feeding off each other, aren't they? USA still got the cushion.
Messenger. Out of the game.
We still got a few frames.
Let me introduce you to my friend.
They just don't go away, this Team USA.
Let them know about it. Crowd support. It's fantastic. Here comes the messenger off the wall. Job done again.
He's still getting a lot of side-to-side movement on that ball, isn't he?
That's my concern, is that I don't think you can rely on that shot to strike every single time because the entry angle's so sharp. There's so much hook down lane for him.
Right. It just seems like that messenger has a great relationship with Anthony Simonsen right now.
Does.
And he leaves the solid 9.
You called
right
it long frame
him.
to me. Maybe he didn't make the move.
Yep. Ball just dives a little bit higher the head pin. It's a great shot, and you'll watch the ball go driving by the 9 pin.
This is
Here it is. Drives right by the 9 pin, because that's the power and angle that Dominic plays. And man, we got a nail biter. Jesse, we got a nail biter.
Yeah, I mean, it was the first gulp from Team Europe. If he can close this out, they've still got a solid lead.
11-pin lead with a spare.
That's the second time and we saw it yesterday as well, where Jesper, is it the shoes? It's like a slippery floor. Not happy with that.
I mean, listen, we're in Vegas. There's dust everywhere. It's just you know, it's the same issues we follow in a regular bowling center. It's just these things happen it's from time to time, and the players just have to deal with it. It's the same for everybody.
11-point lead.
Can Jacob answer?
The pressure doesn't lessen, but Jacob Butturff is up for it.
Answers the call.
Not yet, baby. Let's go.
And you heard it, Jesse. He said, not yet, baby. He's letting the Europeans know, not yet. It's not over yet.
Yeah, we're not giving anything away.
Not only are they putting pressure on Europe, they've also got scoreboard pressure, Europe. They've got to deal with both those things, and they just have to find a way. And Stewie said it in his last game, you have to find a way.
Got to have it, Don Barrett, to stay in the lead.
I mean, they've just got no room for error.
That looked like a move left. He moved left, and thank God he did, because that's still one high flush. He's going to have to move again.
Yeah, I think you got to move off that too.
He's got to move off that shot.
He's not going to get away with that one next time.
He's just got to keep moving.
But to me, the way that Dom's playing, the way he's got the ball entering the pocket much straighter, his miss is probably a 4-pin or another 9-pin. I don't really see him ring 10, where Simonsen, to me, the miss for him is going to be the ring 10.
Yeah, the ring 10, or if it gets behind it. But again, if Simonsen's got such good feel and touch, I would anticipate he's probably going to get inside and throw this one a little slower, and this one's going to come off the spot a little harder.
He's knocked up against the ball carry. He's very left.
And there's the shaker 7 there. Guy, great call, Guy Kaminsky. Like you knew what was going to happen.
You did. You almost took the pins down yourself.
That's why I get paid the big bucks.
Wow, that's impressive.
He is not happy about
Mr.
that.
Kaminsky. So, yes, Simonsen not happy. There's the shaker 7, the same pin that Stuart Williams left, and it just doesn't fall.
Does he feel like he deserved that pinfall?
Jesse, that's a tough break in bowling, right? The two-handers are so used to striking because their pocket is so big. So every time it hits the pocket, they're so used to their pins falling all over the place. So Simonsen wasn't happy. You could see showing his frustration. But wow, does Jesper Svensson have an opportunity here to really, really put the Europeans in great shape going into the 10th frame?
Well, great shape. I mean, they're at a road. There is no road left for the Europeans not to win this. So, I mean, Jesper Svensson, I think he kind of knows it's not now or later. It's now or never.
Now he's gathering himself. He knows this is the most important shot he's bowled this week.
Do we see the emotion if he strikes?
Without a doubt.
Oh my goodness, what a
that felt unlucky
great
to me.
shot.
It felt unlucky.
It was an amazing shot. That's no different than what we saw Jacob Butturff leave in the 5th frame with the ring 7. I mean, just a perfectly executed shot, Jesse. You watch the 6-pin go flying around the pin.
Yeah, just got
a 7-pin and just doesn't get the job done. Now Dom's got to make this.
He threw it good.
He's got to make this spare.
Nailed on. It's Don Barrett.
Good call. Here's the scenario.
It's still in Europe's hands. They've got ball in hand.
Jesse, what have we talked about every match? All we ask is to have ball in hand. Control your own destiny. And as a bowler, that's all you want. Europe has that opportunity.
So, but if USA strikes here, then Europe has to strike to win?
Has to strike to win. 9. Simonsen strikes here. He forces Jesper to show up in a 10th to strike.
Does Anthony have to make an adjustment from the last shot? Or can he do the same?
You're both looking at me like I'm Yoda now, after getting one call right.
Listen,
but, I mean, I think the transition's going to help. I think it's going to be softer at the bottom, but I think he's going to stay with the angle.
Okay. If you're a betting man, we're in Las Vegas.
He's striking.
Is this a strike?
To me, this is strike city all day.
Anthony Simonsen.
He lives for these moments.
Can he deliver? And there's the solid 9.
And I liked your call, because I think if you want to be a professional bettor on bowling, betting on Anthony Simonsen to make a strike every time is going to make you money in the long run. But he is a little bit frustrated right now, Simonsen. And the problem is, does that give an easy win for Team Europe.
There's no such thing as an easy win in the Weber Cup. But just too much angle for me down lane for him. I mean, he had come behind the headpin, and that ball just driving past the ninth net. And
I think that was a product of the last shot that got behind the headpin, where he left, we call it the shaker 7-pin. So he wanted to make sure this ball came off the spot, and it just dove a little bit too hard. Now, the Iceman, Jesper Svensson.
Needs 9.
9 on the first ball
to win.
Is a win.
You'll see some emotion now, Timmy, I can tell you.
Europeans trying to claw back in this Weber Cup. Okay, put the ball down, restart.
He didn't restart in one of the earlier matches. I can't remember which one it was. And he just he rocked forward, stopped, and then just went again, and then he didn't throw a good shot. It's very important to completely reset.
There's too much at stake here. Way too much at stake not to feel comfortable and enough pressure for everyone.
And more importantly, I know it's only a doubles game, but how much would Svensson like to put one over Anthony Simonsen?
This is a big opportunity to get some confidence and momentum on the guy that's had your number the last year and a half.
That's enough. It's only 9, but that is enough.
What a shot.
Nice. It's down 9, didn't cost anything.
Europe steps up to the plate and takes the point. High quality bowling, Jesse. Just some high quality shot making from all 4 players.
Well, we couldn't have asked for anything more in terms of drama for the Weber Cup. USA has still got the lead. It's a lead of 4 frames. Their magic number is still 3, but Europe going nowhere, and in fact inching closer all the time.
Dominic Barrett, is that kind of frustration that you came into today wanting to cause for the Americans?
Absolutely. You know, we have to bowl well first and foremost, and that's kind of what happens when this momentum thing gets going. Hopefully it's the start of it for us, and we can build on some of that a bit more. We want to see them very frustrated and us really, you know, starting to steamroll through.
As a team, just your whole demeanour, you all seem so fired up today. What's he been saying to you at Jesper overnight? What's the message from the captain been?
I mean, we're just going to keep fighting till the end, and like we work together as a team really well, and you know, it's not over until anybody reach 18, so we're just going to keep digging and keep bowling the best we can, and you know, enjoy the time out here.
You just got to keep bowling out there, haven't you? A long lane pattern. It seems to be working though for you guys so far, with Oscar and Jesper especially.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the lane pattern really matters too much. It's more about, you know, stay 4 now. We all feel comfortable. We're able to show our skills a bit more and make at least the matches, make them close. That's what we didn't do the last couple of days, but if we make every match close and take our opportunities, and you know, that scoreboard will close up soon enough.
A captain's performance from Barrett, aided by Svensson, defeating the American duo of Simonsen and Butturff, which reduces America's lead to just 4 points at this year's Weber Cup. Can Europe continue the momentum, or will the experience of Barnes be too much for Oscar Palermo? We'll find out next time when the Weber Cup continues from the Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas.